do you hit the P so hard? Super Mario Eclipse has made me realize I haven't been happy since 2002. Yes, the Mario Sunshine mod that has been in development for 5 years is finally released, its version 1.0, and it's magical. Countless changes, improvements, and additions make this the definitive version of the game for a lot of people, and I have to agree. 4 new fully fleshed out playable levels, around 7 micro levels all with unique theming, a cavalcade of new content, and above all else, 2 new playable characters. Both Luigi and Il Piantissimo are available to control, so let's talk about them. Playing Piantissimo is what I imagine playing a console that ingested an action replay is like. He is that cracked. He runs faster, he jumps higher, he jumps longer. By the way, there's a long jump now. And he has this. This double jump, to put it bluntly, breaks the game. You can easily get the same height as the rocket nozzle now from standstill, which is nuts. Though he does have downsides that made me use him a lot less than the other two. The smaller of which being he is a little slippery and can be unruly to control, but the main downgrade is his water control. See, this little fucker doesn't have flood, he just has these water balloons. And these suck. They barely cover any goop, damaging enemies with them is a non-starter, and actually spraying anything accurately isn't gonna happen. And in Mario Sunshine, the water jetpack is pretty integral. This meant half the time I didn't use Piantissimo because he was a clear downgrade from my starting position. What, you think I mean Mario? No, I'm talking up this fucker here. Luigi is in Mario Sunshine, finally, and he is fantastic. He gets a lot of the great stuff Piantissimo had, minus his running speed, but also gets to keep Flood. Luigi jumps higher and longer than regular Mario, making him just a clear upgrade. My opinions on this are twofold. 1, Luigi is unlocked after defeating Bowser the first time. He's a reward for beating the game, in essence, and as such I think he fits that role well enough. On the other hand, he eclipses, get it, Mario in every conceivable way. The only reason I ever used Mario in the postgame was because of a bug that made Luigi unusable, and I wish that weren't the case. There are changes to how Flood works, so I thought, well, maybe Luigi doesn't get access to 1 or 2 of those. Nope. He gets everything. I just wish there was more incentive to play as just Mario. But there is a secret third character, and his name is Yoshi. How does Yoshi change in Eclipse? Well, you may notice by the hue of his scales that he's green. You no longer need fruit to get Yoshi, but if you want to spray juice, you're gonna have to find some. Also, he can swim now. Yay. The control is nothing without the levels you use it in. And Eclipse has a healthy amount of brand new content to satiate your appetite. In particular, there are 9 new sub-areas that connect Isle Delfino in every way. Not only that, but each one of these pathways houses a secret shine, so you're incentivized even further to explore the levels, both old and new, to look for these pathways. I will say, there's only 1 new area that's available from Delfino Plaza, so if you want to find all the brand new levels, you're going to have to search anyway. These new areas are additions, though, not replacements. So all of Vanilla Sunshine, minus 1 blue coin, has been completely unaltered. They do make collecting shines and blue coins easier, however. In certain missions and base game levels, you'll be able to collect multiple shines, and upon a level reset, you'll be sent back to the level select and not Delfino Plaza. You can also back out to the level select at any time. These changes are already fantastic, but the way they fix blue coins leaves me astounded. For one, if you pause, you can see how many coins you have collected in a level. This isn't so much a change as it is a rearrangement given how the Z menu is completely gone in Eclipse, but it's more readily accessible than the Z menu anyway, so Not just that, but also if you collect a blue coin, it just happens. There's no text, no abrupt gameplay pause, it just autosaves and you can continue playing the game. A little change like that goes a long way in a game with this much content. Speaking of the new levels, how are they? Well, I'm pretty solidly mixed on them. In concept, the addition of planned content that got scrapped is great, and I hope more mods use that aspect of this as a blueprint. In practice, I can't say they are all hits. I do think there are more hits than misses, but there are some misses. I'll start with my least favorite, Warship Island. I really like this layout and everything in the world, but the missions here kinda drag. Also, I wish there was more to do in the underground facility. Shit's awesome, but you come down here for blue coins, 2 red coins, and 1 shine. I just want more to do down here. feel like I'm a child who wandered into the Walmart backrooms. Airto Rock starts a trend with custom levels in this mod, which is that most of them are fucking huge. There are multiple missions that use its size to its advantage, but I don't know. If you're playing as Mario, it can be more of a hassle to traverse through the world than anything else. Maybe the level was built with PNTCMO in mind, but it's also the first custom level you can unlock, so I don't know. I will say visually this is probably my least favorite of any of the new levels. The large amounts of brown on my screen really don't do much for me here. Also, why are they doing Beyonce missions here? Hotel Lacrima is a solid step up from both the previous two levels. Like, I can safely say I enjoy every base game level over Warship Island and Airto Rock, but Hotel Lacrima has a certain feel to it that rivals, if not surpasses, some base game levels. My only real problems with this area is that the outside feels underutilized, like all you do here for shines is smash some watermelons, and the hotel itself is a little small. Everything else is great. You do a stealth mission here, you fucking ball here, you scoot your booty here, it's awesome. And the location of a hotel isn't new to Sunshine, but Lacrima differentiates itself from Serena Beach by pure vibes. Both hotels have vastly different layouts, color schemes, and music anyway, so it doesn't feel repetitive. Then you have my favorite new level, Lighthouse Island. I just think this is a well-crafted playground designed just as well as any base game level. It has depth without being too big, there's plenty to do in any direction you go in. You'd think it would be hard to differentiate between the large platforms in the water, but the massive HUD makes knowing where you are a cinch. And like, it feels like it completes Sunshine in a way no other level does to me, because of course there should be an island level. The closest we get in base game is Pinna Park, but that has its own theming going on. If you plop this into a GameCube disc, booted up in 2002 and played it, you would not be able to tell that it was unofficial. Hence, my favorite level. Also, there's Pianta Pit. I don't hate it down here. It's got its charms and such. It gives me Forbidden Woods and Wind Waker vibes. Building a level around Chucksters, though. I can't forgive that. But once you've gotten shot of Mario in every level and defeated Bowser, a new area opens up for you to explore. Daisy Cruiser. I've seen people call this post-game content, but in my opinion this is just the second half of the game. The Cruiser, just like the Plaza, has its own shines and blue coins to collect, though there's a lot less than the Plaza. That's because the real star of the show here are all of the brand new levels. Yep, there's more. 7 more. But they're all bite-sized, with 5 shines and 10 blue coins to collect in each. And these levels are where the game kinda loses me for a bit. The quality varies far more drastically than any of the fully fleshed out levels, so you might be playing peak and then go straight to mid in the span of 20 minutes. Let's run through them all really quickly. Mario's Dream is a huge level with not a whole lot to do except scavenge for blue coins, a trend we'll see continue in basically every cruiser stage, and traversing here is, in my opinion, unnecessarily hard due to the square hole platforms. As Mario, I should clarify, but it's his dream, I want to play as him! Also, it looks like the Dreamcast in here. Casino Game Table is just big enough to justify its content pool, and no matter which direction you go in, there's something to do. And bonus points for actually telling the player that Luigi and Piantissimo are recommended. Vaporwave, unfortunately, has to split its content in half due to the split areas, and when these stages already don't have much to do, that really hurts it in the long run. The saving grace of this place is how it looks, which is stellar, in both areas. Platforming on those 90 symbols was nuts. Lancia Freddy Peaks is cool just because it's an ice level, a staple of Mario finally getting adapted for Sunshine, and it takes the already existing but rarely used ice mechanics from the base game and makes a whole maze out of it. How can you not like that? Though, platforming with these wind guys on my ass is never fun. Red Lily City visually departs the least from Vanilla Sunshine, but still has the sprawling depth of something like Bianco Hills or Rico Harbor. While this makes movement fun, the actual process of getting shines here is a hassle, especially since, in my experience, you have to do the sewer puzzle at least twice. Peach Beach is the second Double Dash reference we've seen so far, and it's also my least favorite of the two. The turbo nozzle mechanics unique to Eclipse want so desperately to be used to their advantage here, but unfortunately there's just not enough to do here. Like, only 3 shines require turbo here, and one of those is done in literally less than a minute. I want, desperately, for a fleshed out turbo nozzle challenge, but it is not here. Yoshi Village is a much needed addition in the form of a level fully revolving around Yoshi's abilities. However, it is bogged down by the worst shine in the game, so Eclipse has custom bosses as well. 3, if I'm counting it all correctly. There's the Corrupted Shine Sprite in Lighthouse Island, which is neat because it highlights the dive mechanic in a way the base game never did. There's a new Bowser fight once you reach 239 shines. I'm not going to spoil, but I have similar praise for it. And then there's Fire PD. Fucking Fire PD. I'm still of the firm camp that the second PD Piranha fight in Bianco Hills is the worst boss fight in Vanilla Sunshine, and this fight is a variation on that one. Not only that, but the floor is covered in lava goop that, if you're not careful, can easily kill you with just one touch. And the changes to PD's AI make it rarely hard to spray him. Seemingly at random, he will turn anywhere from 20 degrees to 180 degrees away from you, making it a guessing game where you need to aim. That all, despite being a bit annoying, is manageable. But this boss is also the most buggy in the game. I've seen multiple people get locked out of the shine because PD froze after a successful hit. And this boss, for whatever reason, requires 4 hits, not 3 to take down. It was patched, so don't play version 1.0 if you can, but even then, I did have it freeze on me after updating. But also, in the footage I gathered, he didn't freeze once, so who knows. It's inconsistent. Overall, Eclipse is an amazing overhaul of Mario Sunshine, while adding new stuff so that you're never bored. I do wish that new stuff had a higher consistent quality rate, but beggars can't be choosers. And above all else, there's an actual, tangible reward for 100% completion. The thing most people complain about in base Sunshine. I'm not going to spoil it here, but if you're curious, it's not hard to find. There's stuff I didn't even talk about, like the Fire Shrine, the fact there are dozens of new NPCs and all of their dialogue fits right in the tone of the base game, the changes to each flood nozzle and how they drastically affect gameplay, the banger music. There's a lot to uncover with this mod, and dissecting it all in a silly video just ain't my style. And that's why I'm announcing starting Tuesday, October 1st at 1 PM CST, I will start a stream series of me 100%ing Super Mario Eclipse. But not just that, I'm going to 100% it on mirror mode. Stop by twitch.tv/sky_taggm and see me suffer. Kinda, I still like the mod. I plan on streaming fairly regularly starting next week, so I hope to see you then. Bye!